Good morning. This is the place for the stories that matter to you, because you matter. Fox 6 Wake Up News starts right now.
Now at 7 o'clock, we are following breaking news. A deadly plant explosion in Cambria County under investigation this morning. This is a live look at the aftermath from Sky Fox live in the sky. Right now, one person is confirmed dead, 2 people still missing.
We've got team coverage this morning. Our Deandra Corinthios and Carl Deffenbaugh live on the scene. We've got an update in just a moment.
Good morning, 7 a.m. on a sunny Thursday morning. First day of June.
I know.
Wow,
Dang.
Rob.
Yeah, hard to believe. Whole new month for sure. Wrapped up that kind of wacky May that was here, there, and everywhere. And so far, June is starting out really nice. Take a look at what we have for you here. Very clear skies, not only locally, but statewide and regionally. And as you can see, temperatures are starting to improve in the sunshine. We've jumped up to 55 at Mitchell International and at Port Washington, 52 in Waukesha, 53 at Racine. And our Wake Up School Day forecast has highs likely in the low to mid 70s. It's going to be a great day. We'll give it an A+.
And a great day in traffic right now because we are not seeing any accidents or incidents at this moment. We are seeing some delays building, but this is typical at this hour. Rush hour traffic, of course. 894 northbound, Hale to the Zoo, an 8-minute ride. 94 westbound, downtown to Moreland, 13 minutes. Just be aware, maybe some sun delays since the sun is out if you're headed eastbound, so you may run into even more delays there. Have a safe ride.
We continue to follow breaking news. A deadly plant explosion in the village of Cambria.
Multiple fire crews responding overnight to the Didion Milling Corporation. We've got team coverage this morning. Nicole was in the newsroom with more information on the plants.
Carl live at Cambria County Highway Shop where residents are being told to go. But we start first with Deandra Corinthios. She is live in Cambria County with the latest. Good morning.
Good morning, Jessup, and we're learning more this morning about what happened overnight at Didion Milling around 11 p.m. We know that there was an explosion that was followed by a fire and that there were people working inside the corn milling plant when this took place. We know there were 16 people inside the structure where the explosion occurred. One person was killed because of the blast. 2 others are unaccounted for, and rescue crews had to pull out a lot of other people who were injured. At least 11 other people were injured in this. The severity of their injuries is still not clear, and exactly what types of injuries has also not been released. But when we spoke with the Cambria County Sheriff this morning, he said, just imagine being in an explosion, injuries consistent with a blast like that. So we know that this was a very large response. In fact, there were 37 different agencies that were called out here, including 23 fire departments.
I think the big thing that everybody has to realize is that the fire was still active. You had fire departments that were trying to put the fire out to be able to get inside and get to the people that needed their assistance.
And right now, officials are working on determining the cause of this explosion. We know that people reported hearing a loud boom. We know that the plant and some surrounding homes and businesses lost power at the time of the explosion. The president for Didion Milling says it is still very early in the process, that the cause is still unknown, but that prayers are welcome. They've been a local business for the last 44 years in this area. Again, a corn milling business. They store and produce corn byproducts at their plant. It is close to an ethanol plant. We're told that has not been affected. Reporting live in Cambria, Deandra Corinthios, Fox 6 News.
Deandra, thank you. And we continue our team coverage this morning on the breaking news out of Cambria County. Carl Deffenbaugh live with more on how the Red Cross is helping people after this explosion. Good morning, Carl.
Good morning, Jessup. Yes, as the investigation that Deandra alluded to continues, of course, thoughts are with the families affected, those injured in the blast last night. As she said, 1 dead, 2 missing, and many more seriously injured. The Red Cross is on the scene as there was a family staging area to get people information set up earlier this morning. The sheriff's officials, as well as the owner of Didion Milling, met with those people earlier this morning, and since then that staging area has dispersed. People either getting to local hospitals to check in on their loved ones or wherever else they went to. The Red Cross says, though, that they will be here throughout the process to help as needed.
It's difficult, and it's a lot of information to absorb quickly. we're letting them know that we're going to be by their side for the long term.
And Red Cross officials that we just spoke to said they are working to set up another staging area. They will be there offering support, counseling, and as they said, just a presence to show that they are here as the city of Cambria continues to recover from last night's explosion.
Carl, thank you. Appreciate it.
We continue the breaking news coverage now. The Cambria Friesland School District closed this morning. We are learning more details about the plant involved. Also, Nicole is in the newsroom.
Yeah, good morning, Kim. Didion Milling is a family-owned agricultural processing business with its corporate offices in Johnson Creek, Wisconsin. The company also has 4 other locations across our state. Now, authorities say again this explosion happened at the Didion plant in Cambria. Building was about 3 or 4 stories tall, but you can see from the Sky Fox footage that it is basically leveled at this point. It was a corn milling facility. President of the company speaking very early this morning. And here's what he had to say about the tragedy.
The first thing I would ask for is just prayer. Being a family-owned business around for 44 years, our teams are pretty close.
Asking for prayer this morning. We know again 16 people were working inside this area of the building when the explosion happened at 11 last night. 1 person at this point is dead, 2 still missing, and several others injured. At this point, the extent of their injuries unknown. 1,000 people or so were without power overnight in the Columbia County area. Glad to report that power, though, back on this morning. Kim Jessup, back to you.
Thank you, Nicole, and we will continue to cover this breaking news all morning long here. For updates, go to our website, fox6now.com, or use the Fox 6 News mobile app.